Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Next.io's weekly news, Almost Live, coming to you almost live and direct from ICE London 2024, the last edition of ICE here at the ExCeL in London. I'm joined, as you can see, by the managing editor of Next.io, Jake Evans. Hi, Jake.
Hi, Connor. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulously well. Thank you for asking. This is very unusual, isn't it?
It is. We're not used to having a camera poked in our faces, but I think we're taking it all in our stride.
Yes, we are.
We're naturals at this, aren't we? So we can pull it off.
I feel natural and I feel relaxed and confident. So we're here at ICE, and already this week we've had some pretty big headlines, starting with...
Well, I would say we've had some pretty big parties as well.
Yes, I was about to say actually, starting with Next.io managing editor Jake Evans, seen out partying till the early hours of Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but I was indeed out on Monday and Tuesday. Went to the Steak F1 launch party on Monday at London's Guildhall, which was a fantastic event where they unveiled their brand new Formula One car, which was brilliant, and there was a lot of celebrities there. Sergio Aguero, the footballer, so some big A-listers turned up.
Yeah.
I wasn't amongst them.
You are an A-lister in my book, Jake.
And then yesterday I went to a fantastic party, courtesy of GIG, who are kind of getting the old band back together on the sportsbook side of the business, and doing that in style by the looks of it. They had a party underneath the Ned in the private members bank vault there. So I was planning to leave at like sort of 9 o'clock, safe and sensible for this morning.
That's your normal bedtime, as I understand it.
Exactly, yeah. But got a bit carried away because the free drinks were on offer were delicious. So thank you very much, GIG. That was an excellent party.
Yeah, fair play. And while we're giving plaudits and kudos, to be fair, I've got to say thank you to Sporting Tech for the cocktails that I had on their stand yesterday. They had Guinness on tap, lager on tap, caipirinhas, smoked toffee old fashions. They had it all. Anyway, that's not the biggest news of the week. The biggest news...
We haven't come here just to drink, have we?
No, we've had some big news breaking here at the exhibition. First and foremost, Kindred Group has confirmed that Nils Andén will be carrying on as the permanent CEO after he was appointed as interim CEO in May last year. So he's going to crack on and keep that role in a permanent position. He's been there with Kindred nearly for... He's been with Kindred for several years. He was Chief Commercial Officer for nearly 3 years, as I understand it. But he's also a former professional football player, which is an interesting background to have.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that.
And he joined Unibet back when that was Kindred's official company name back in 2006. So there you go.
Yeah,
he's a Kindred veteran. He's been there a very long time.
Oh, I think he went away and came back again. So this is his second stint at Kindred. But no, pleased for him. Obviously, a big announcement during ICE Week and to coincide with their full year results. But the big question mark is still the FDJ acquisition and how that might change Kindred's strategy. But no, he's got the job on a permanent basis. I think a lot of people thought he might be a safe pair of hands as they were conducting this strategic review and deciding on whether to sell the company or not. It looks like they are going to sell the company, and I don't know, maybe some thought that would be job done for Nils and he'd step aside after that, but no, he's got the role on a permanent basis, so congratulations.
Yeah, and I suppose the other thing that's not clear yet is what happens as and when that acquisition completes. I don't know if I suspect Kindred is going to kind of carry on as its own entity, you know, of course. We know it is because they're going to stay in all their regulated markets. All they have to do is exit Norway. So it's not going to be kind of, you know, folded into FDJ's operations at all. It's going to remain as a standalone business. And it looks like Nils is going to be leading the charge there. As you mentioned, that news came out today alongside the release of Kindred's full year 2023 results, which we'll kind of pass over briefly. So they had a revenue of £1.21 billion last year, which was an increase of 13% year on year, so pretty good. Elsewhere, underlying EBITDA was up much more highly, up 58% to 204.5 million. That increase was driven, Kindred said, by its return to the Dutch market after it kind of left and came back in 2022-ish. and also was driven by core growth in its markets of the UK, Romania, and Denmark. So they posted a post-tax profit of 47.2 million, which is fine, yeah, pretty good full year. Although they did have a slightly quieter Q4, I think, than they'd expected.
That's right. Yeah, Q4 was quite expensive as well because I think the costs added up from them pulling out of the US market, basically. But the big kind of talking point, I think, from a Kindred perspective, is that even though the FDJ acquisition is happening, they still seem 100% committed to the proprietary sportsbook platform that they're building.
Yes.
We weren't sure about that because FDJ owns Sporting Solutions, so they've got their own technology there already. But no, Nils was asked about that on the call today, and no, they seem fully committed to that strategy. So they'll come away from Kambi and onto their own. I think they said they're even going to trial some operators on it towards the end of this year, actually.
Okay.
And we're recording this on Wednesday, but by the time you're watching this, it should be Thursday. And I'm hoping Zach, our colleague on the editorial team, will have put together a nice little Q&A article on the website, as he was up first thing at dawn interviewing Nils this morning. So yeah, plenty more to come from Kindred this week in terms of content.
Nice. Well, there you go. So some big headlines from Kindred there. And we are going to move on to our next big story of the week. We've got a couple more to look at. First of all, just this morning, Flows, the technology company, that might be a bit vague of me, but you know what I mean. The no-code automation specialist, Flows, part of the Happy Hour portfolio, has received a strategic investment from Light & Wonder. We don't know exactly what the value of the investment is or how much equity they've given away, but the investment is going to be used for Flows to enter new markets and scale up its operations. You know, it's obviously a very new business. It's not been live and active in the industry for very long, but obviously they've been able to prove their concept to Light & Wonder, who has already used Flows technology to create a new marketing jackpots feature. And it has plans for further releases in the coming months. So obviously Light & Wonder's used this technology, it believes in it, it wants to see it go further, and it'll probably start rolling that out to its clients very soon. Yeah,
congratulations again, I guess, to James King, the chief exec there, who's a friend of Next, speaks at our events, and I think Flows is obviously an exciting company doing a lot in AI and data, which is hot right now, and as ever with ICE, I think the rumour mill was kind of in overdrive a bit yesterday, wasn't it? And we heard that Flows might be doing something exciting later on in the week, and then obviously announced this morning that Light & Wonder is supporting the business with a cash injection that I think they've said is going to supercharge product development. So we'll see what they have in store.
Yeah, absolutely. With the backing of Light & Wonder, we can expedite our path to becoming a worldwide leader in codeless automation solutions. That's what James said, and maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll see if we can get James on as a special guest to tell us more.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Now, another big story this week. God, we're getting through them. Another big story this week came from another happyhour.io portfolio company, which is Livespins. Is that right?
That is right. They've had a very successful week, haven't they?
Yeah, they're like big up Happy Hour this week. Yeah, they're absolutely killing it. Because Livespins, which, as you may know, is this technology that allows casino streamers to stream their activity to their audience, and then it gets the audience to bet behind the streamers and kind of take part in the action. So when they all lose together, and when they all win together. So that's nice. So Evolution is going to acquire Livespins in a €5 million deal. And not only that, that's upfront cash consideration of $5 million. And then Evolution is also expected to pay an earn-out based on Livespins' 2026 performance. That is assuming that the transaction completes in Q2 this year as planned. Subject, of course, as always, Jake, to certain closing conditions.
As always, yeah, obviously, and $5 million, is a snip for Evolution, I suppose. But they're obviously big fans of the business, and I think this maybe is another strategy to try and turn around their RNG segment of slots because it hasn't worked out brilliantly so far. They're struggling for growth in there. And I think you talked about streaming, obviously, Connor. Like most successful gaming streamers play slots, don't they? And it's about the kind of socialization of that and how you can gamify that. And I think this Livespins product probably goes some way towards doing that. So yeah, makes sense from an evolution perspective. I think investors will be peeling through their reports to see some more positive news around RNG in future quarters. And yeah, maybe Livespins can help them achieve that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it really suits them, actually. It plays into Evolution's sort of raison d'etre, really, of kind of doing things a bit differently and always trying to come up with something new to drive the industry forward.
I didn't know you spoke French.
Oh, yes. Oh, oui, petit pois. Je bon. So the thing is, that's what I was thinking. Oh, by the French. The thing is, I love France. I've been once, it was great. So the thing is, I think it really works for Evolution. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense because, like you said, the RNG segment has really struggled a bit. They've got yet another brand now to add into that group. So they've already got NetEnt, Red Tiger, Big Time Gaming, No Limit City. Sticking Livespins in with that and then hopefully being able to get this, momentum that they actually need in the RNG segment, because obviously it's not very easy to get sustained growth across that area. So
I think the jury's still out for some investors on that, isn't it? I think it was it Regulus Partners last week that said the performance so far has been verging on embarrassing for RNG.
So it did say disappointing.
Yeah,
to the point of embarrassing.
Some strong criticism, but maybe they'll turn it around. But yeah, I think that sort of rounds up the biggest stories from this week so far. Obviously, there's another couple of days to go, and
anything could happen, Joe.
Yeah, that rumour mill will keep going, I imagine. So if you've got any gossip, do email us, news@next.io.
That's right.
We'll chase up any leads as best we can while we're here. But I think it's quite a sad occasion, Connor, as obviously it's the last ever ICE in London before it moves to Barcelona next year. So quite a sombre occasion, but also I think quite a celebratory one.
I wouldn't say sombre. It's bittersweet, perhaps.
There's been a real atmosphere, hasn't there?
It's been like, yes, it has been a real atmosphere. So I can't remember the exact timeline, but obviously ICE missed a couple of editions after the COVID pandemic and all the rest of it. And then it came back and it wasn't at full strength. The impression I get this year is that it's back. It's as big as ever, the halls are full. It's really busy. And so the question now is whether that translates into a successful show in Barcelona next year. And hopefully it does. And hopefully we all get to catch up in a slightly sunnier, more summery environment over some gambas al ajillo or some tortilla or a little bit of sangria.
Oh, I'll be there.
So wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it.
But I think, from what I've heard, everyone's looking forward to that and everybody's committing to the first one. Definitely.
Yeah.
We're going to see how it goes, see how it plays out in a new venue, a new country, and then reassess from there. So, really excited to do this again next year.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll film live from every future ICE.
Maybe we will. I think we should. I've enjoyed this tremendously, haven't you?
I have, and I hope you have as well, watching, albeit on demand rather than live this week, but I'm sure weekly news will return as normal next Thursday.
I'm sure it will, and we'll see you there.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
They ain't coming close to me. Flows on atomic, I'm starting fires through poetry. The heart's out, staying loyal, no falling out. And if you step into the court, be ready, we ballin' out, yeah.